Cocopers, how y'all doing today? With the Kokomi buff soon within our grasps, we have to start taking into consideration MiHoYo's infamous desire sensor. Yes, I'm talking about how the game knows what you want, so it exhausts your resources like resin and primo gems only to give you what you don't want, thus tempting you to spend money to get what you do. It's very well known, and it's completely not a conspiracy theory. Everyone knows it, right? And right now, the desire sensor is on full force, and you should prepare yourself to get a ton of Arataki Itto's signature artifact set. And while we're on that topic, let's talk about Arataki. A main DPS Geo user isn't that interesting. He doesn't have any transformative reactions, and hell, he doesn't have any offensive reactions. He can't possibly be good. Right? This is what I believed. I was skeptical. The odds are stacked against him, so I decided to do some research. What is MiHoYo planning here? What surprises might they have in store for us? And I discovered Arataki Itto is the epitome of a little bit more. Everything Arataki has at his disposal is a little better than what everyone else has. His artifact set bonuses are a little greater, his signature weapon crit damage is a little higher, and his skill multipliers are a little larger. You see, once you stack up enough a little mores, you find yourself with a surprisingly spectacular character. Don't be fooled. Arataki Itto will be an absolutely face-tanking, hard-hitting main DPS for both free-to-plays and whales. And most importantly, he will feel complete and fun to play. You might say, Zenar, it doesn't matter, okay? He's Geo. I don't care what you try to prove in this video. Ayaka, Ganyu, and Hu Tao are still the Royal Three because of reactions. I thought so too. He can't compete. He's Geo. He can't melt or vaporize. Or can he? You see, what Arataki can do is melt away the enemy's HP with his artifact set. You see, his artifact set gives 30% defense, the first 5-star artifact to increase defense. Base defense has higher scaling than base attack across all characters, and this is giving more percentage of a stat than is typical. Gladiator is 18% attack, and Noblesse/Tenacity give 20% attack. You would think 18% defense is fine, considering base defense already scales better, and the 2-piece bonus is a little bit more. The 4-piece increases defense even more and geo damage bonus. The geo damage bonus at max stacks... What? At max stacks... which is easy to achieve, don't worry, is 24%. This is higher than the usual 15% available to characters, meaning Itto will just have 70% geo bonus, opposed to the typical 61.6% or 46.6%. A little bit more geo damage. He is getting 54% total defense from the artifact set bonus alone. This artifact is giving another artifact main stat worth of defense. Itto has 6 artifacts compared to everyone else's 5, and that's not all. Arataki Itto will vaporize the shield around your heart when you see his abs equipped with this signature weapon. 88.2% crit damage. A little bit more crit damage than Staff of Homa. Its base attack is low, but that's a non-issue, because his ultimate provides him an attack bonus based on his defense. Yes, an attack bonus. This is similar to how Hu Tao's skill provides an attack bonus based on her max HP. Itto is going to have 4,000 to 5,000 attack easily. In addition, he's going to be unbelievably tanky. MiHoYo decided to nerf him in his ult. His element and physical skill resistance decreasing by 20% is nothing. It won't even register. With the constant amount of crystallized shields, crystallized shields he himself generates from being Geo, and his charge attack resistance interruption, and his pet taunting enemies, he won't even flinch. Bonus mention, he might deal less damage with White Blind, but it gives him even more defense than the 5-star weapon, which makes White Blind one of his better weapons as well. As a side note, I recently played with a Hu Tao that had Crescent Pike. Crescent Pike, for goodness sake! Albeit, they were AR-45, let's be fair, but what does this tell us? When you're low AR, you might not have the primo gems yet to get a better Hu Tao weapon. She doesn't have any go-to free-to-play weapons like Kokomi, Ganyu, and Itto have. What we might be able to conclude is that the average low AR Itto might be stronger than the average low AR Hu Tao, since one of his best weapons is a craftable weapon and more accessible to everyone's account, no matter what point in the journey they are. Now, let's look at his character kit. He gives or ascends with 24.2% crit rate. That's a good start. Additionally, MiHoYo's added some new kind of mechanic with Itto. His normal attack combo is preserved through dashing or sprinting. This is one of those passive abilities that if you are not well connected with certain issues certain characters have, it might just rub off your shoulders. Go one in ear and right out the other. You might not understand that this is actually a game changer. You see, Yoimiya is an example of a character who has a problem where her highest multipliers on her normal attack are at the end of her normal attack combo, on the 5th or 6th hit. But what often happens is you have to dodge before you can even get there. And thus Yoimiya's damage doesn't reach its peak potential because she never gets to hit the final combos of her normal attack. Itto won't have that problem. He will dodge, he will sprint, it doesn't matter. He still gets to continue his normal attack combo. His dodging doesn't ruin his highest DPS potential. This is amazing. Additionally, his elemental skill generates energy. This is also a game changer. Neither Kokomi nor Noel, who also rely on their burst, generate any energy. He seems to generate up to 4 particles, which is Ayaka level of particles. This alone makes him good, but it's in addition to everything that I've said. 4 particles every 10 seconds is pretty good, with around 150% ER, 2 skills, and he'll have his burst off cooldown. I find it funny. People say C6 Noel is better than Itto. If you're wondering where I get this information, just read Honey Hunter comments. Honestly, don't even go there. It'll give you depression. There is no way in hell anyone who has that opinion plays Noel. Let's say C6 Noel and Itto do deal similar damage. Itto still wins just because he can generate energy. Any character who can generate energy generally feels more complete and better to play than characters who can't. Chi-Chi feels awful. I love Chi-Chi to death, pun intended, and I can defend her until the sunset. But she can't generate energy, and that's just factually a pain to deal with. Noel is similarly reliant on other characters generating her energy for her. She has no self-sufficiency. The idea of damage has plagued so many players' minds that quality of life doesn't exist anymore. I use Favonia's sword on Noel because the lack of energy is just so unbearable, and switching to other Geo characters and switching back just hurts my fingers. Believe me, I'm not saying my reason's a good reason, but sometimes I wonder if the people with these opinions actually play the game, or do they theory craft themselves into nonsensical takes? Arataki Itto has at his disposal a bevy of resources by which he can deal massive damage. Everything that he has available to him is a little bit better than what other characters have available to them, and once you stack up enough a little bit betters, you have a better character. And if you find yourself sleeping on the potential of Arataki Itto, keep one eye open at night, for I hear Onis keep grudges.